Hello, my name is Alex Niederhauser. I am going to be going over a case titled Taxes and the Cannabis Business and using the giving voice to values technique to develop my position in this case. The facts of the case are as follows. Haley is a CPA who prepares and submits a tax return for a marijuana business. She gets called into the tax manager's office. His name is Harry. Harry tells Haley that the president of the marijuana business wants 25% of their cash sales held back and not reported on their tax return. This is technically 25% of all of their sales because marijuana is a cash-only industry. And then Haley says, why would we compromise our reputation for this client? And then Harry said, well, it's not that simple. We worked really hard to get this client. We would like to get more similar clients in this industry. And making this adjustment on their tax return would allow us to do that. Harry then set up a meeting with the partner of the firm over tax the following week. And now I'm going to develop a position as if I were in Haley's shoes and was preparing for this meeting. So to start, I need to think about what social and organizational pressures might I feel leading up to this meeting. Of course, there is the pressure to be obedient to authority. That's just normal. That's how the world goes round. It's how companies function. There's also a pressure to do what's best for the firm. On the other hand, there is the pressure to do what's right by the accounting profession and also the public. The next thing to think about is there any way that cognitive dissonance might play a role in developing my position? For me personally, because of how I have lived my life thus far, I have seen that I do not struggle with cognitive dissonance when it comes to professional ethics in the workplace. My attitude and beliefs and values towards things matches my actions in certain ethically dilemma situations the vast majority of the time, and I do not see it playing a major role in this case. Next, think about what are the main arguments that I'm going to be countering. The firm's arguments are that the firm worked hard to get this client's business, and that this business will lead to more clients and more revenue for the firm, and that they'll be helping out the business navigating the contradicting state and federal laws for marijuana business. What is at stake for the key parties? Well, for the firm, it would be keeping the client and also building their reputation among the marijuana growing industry. And what's also at stake for me is my reputation and my future with the firm. Next, what are some levers I could use to influence those that disagree with me? Well, first and foremost, the law. As an example, Internal Revenue Code Section 61, which defines gross income and what needs to be taxed. That could also bring up the most basic of ethics in the accounting profession. I could bring up the firm's ethics policy if they have one. I could also just bring up the fact that my conscience would not allow me to do this. And while I wouldn't personally do this, it would not be off the table to think about legal counsel in this situation. And what is my most powerful and persuasive response to the reasons and rationalizations that I need to address? To whom should this argument be made, and when and what context? Well, in this meeting next week with the partner over tax, this partner is primarily who I need to address, and depending on the structure of the firm, there could be a managing partner or another partner that may need to hear this as well. My response would be something along the lines of, you know the law and the ethics better than I do that you are asking me to violate. My conscience would never allow me to metaphorically sell my soul for more business. And compromising my integrity for more money will never be worth it for me. And I will not proceed with changing this client's tax return into a materially false statement. That is my position on this case. Thank you for your time.